My name is Cecilia Fiaka of Nneka Youth Foundation. I found this organization in 2012 for a reason, to make sure that we give opportunity to children and women in rural and underserved communities. We've realized the disparity between the urban and the rural youth, and that is why we started this project. Yes, we make sure we keep children in school. We try as much as possible to reach out to over 18,000 children across Ghana, starting from just 10 communities and with 500 children. Over the last 8 years, we have been working in over 250 communities. We realize that keeping these children in school will not be the sole prerogative of the children, but mothers, young mothers. We realize that girls are still dropping out of school. They drop out of school at an alarming rate, and we cannot be sure that 100% transformation can be brought onto these people. And that is why we embark on women empowerment programs, to be able to empower the women so that they will be able to take care of these children, to keep them in school, because majority of them are just teen mothers, and they are children themselves. And that is why we embark on something we call vocational and entrepreneurial pathway. We've done over the last 3 years, and it's our intention to reach out to over 2,000 young women by 2030. From 2017 to 2020, we have reached out to over 500 women, and we have empowered over 150 of them to be self-employed through our support after giving them training. That is after training support, or we give them seed support to be able to be on their own. We train them in batik, tie and dye. We train them in cassava flour production and processing into pastries. We train them in detergent making. We train them in beads designing and beads making. And these are the things we train the women in. We know that we can do more. It is our intention to reach out to 2,000 young women. It's difficult, but we are on. One other advantage about our program, or our programs, especially with the training of these young women, is that we have been able to train some of them to become trainers, which we call our Train the Trainer program, meaning that each community that we engage or we train women in, they are also empowered to train other women in those communities. That is one big thing that Nneka Youth Foundation has achieved, and we continue to achieve. During this pandemic period, we still could not sit down, because most of the people we serve or we work with have lost livelihood, and sitting down and waiting for the pandemic to be over for us to resume work was not going to be a thing we were going to look at or do. We also have ambassadors in all the communities, over 200 communities that we reach out to with this COVID-19 awareness campaign. You know, we have young and old that have become our ambassadors in the communities to become people who create awareness about safety measures on the COVID-19. That is one big thing Nneka Youth Foundation has achieved. I think people or the communities we work in have really taken in what or believe in what we do. We have reached out to over 900 households from 5 districts in the areas we work in on the COVID-19 awareness creation. And if I talk about households in the rural underserved communities, we are not talking about 10 people in one small house. And that is how many people we have reached times the number of households we have reached out to with our awareness creation with the COVID-19 pandemic and its effects. We taught them how to use face masks, because we work in the underserved communities. They don't even have a dime to buy face masks and buy soap to wash hands. We were able to teach them how to use their own cotton handkerchiefs to do their face masks. We built tippy taps. We call them tippy taps, which is very easy to be done, so that they could wash their hands in households. We started this project in Afajato South District in the Volta region of Ghana. Now we are in 2 regions, that is Oti region, and we've reached out to over 25 communities where we work.